I'm going to talk about the use of steroids. How is it when you see a professional athlete, you see that they're all built up? Is it through all the hard work they go through, or is it a secret behind it? Steroids give athletes a competitive advantage, but at a significant cost, which has led to a widespread use of steroids from amateur to professional ranks. First, I'm going to talk about 3 anabolic steroids. An anabolic steroid is a steroid that gives you body mass and gives you more muscle power. The first anabolic steroid is called androstenedione. This is both a performance and recovery enhancer. The drug is released into the blood and is rapidly converted into testosterone. The second is called primoborin. This is an enhanced muscle buildup. There was an issue published by Sports Illustrated on June 4th of 2012. It talks about how a Major League Baseball player named Alex Rodriguez took this kind of drug, and how people criticized him and even called him a cheater. The third and final drug is called THG. This is an anabolic steroid developed by Patrick Arnold. This gained so much attention because it's undetectable in drug testing. Soon enough, investigators found out, and they investigated and identified athletes who are taking this anabolic steroid today. Second, what are the effects of steroid use? There was an issue of Sports Illustrated on June 4th of 2012 about a pitcher named Don Maltby. He was a tall, skinny guy who came out of college throwing at 87 miles an hour. He weighed at a total of 100 pounds. But when he went to the major leagues, he gained 40 pounds, weighing at 220 pounds, and his fastball went up all the way to 96 miles an hour. After his major league career, he confessed that he started taking steroids. That he took steroids. And he talked about all the side effects that he went through. He tore his triceps, and he had his groin muscles ripped off his pelvis. His body wasn't built enough to handle such a muscle mass. There are many side effects of steroids. You can get into anger problems and you can hurt others. You can also go into depression and think about suicidal. You can even get acne when you take this, and your body gets all oily. Third, I'm going to talk about steroids in sports and the different levels of athletic competition affected by performance-enhancing drugs. In the professional leagues, athletes use steroids for, of course, fame and fortune. They want to hit more home runs, so they take steroids for more power. And the coaches see this, and they give them more money. There was a newspaper article of New York Times by Lynn Steinzer published on January 10th of 2015. It talks about how in 2013, the Major League Hall of Fame inductee, nobody was selected. And why is that? Well, there was famous baseball players like Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa, who were all known or thought as steroid cheaters. Student athletes in college have used steroids to be drafted by a major leagues teams and to make the pros. Now for high school athletes, they use steroids to go through a weak, small teenager into a massive and strong teenager. Athletes mostly use steroids in football, baseball, or even running. But athletes also use them in gymnastics, cycling, tennis, and of course weightlifting. In conclusion, there is a mystery behind the life of a professional athlete. One has to wonder how the athlete becomes so fit. When the thought of steroids comes to mind, one thinks of all the advantages the athlete receives. However, steroids have consequences. There are many kinds of anabolic steroids, like the ones I told you about, the 3 I told you about. And also there are many side effects, how you can get acne, how you can even tear your muscles, and you can even get anger problems or go into depression. And lastly, people are investigating to trying to stop this, trying to stop athletes from using this kind of drug. Thank you.